Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix General 0 Hour to make the best game ever. And we are back with the replay. Yeah, add replay simulation with command line. Good, so what is this? Blah, blah. Please select something, monkey boy. What is this? Game was not just developed in the hood, but in the jungle as well. Seems they considered the customers the co-workers, monkeys. Yeah, it's a full debug feature, right? So it's not customer facing, but it's facing the programmers, developers. Yeah. Okay, so what do we do next? Is done. What is this? Is done. What? Okay, that's weird. Is done. Returns true if the process exited. Sets the parameters if return value is true. Okay, so first is if I suggest to return a struct with bool success, dwords, exit codes, ASCII string, std outputs. Out parameters not the best choice. There's a struct with bool success is done. It's bool done. Exit codes, std output, std out. How's this called, this function? Exit codes, std output. is done. Or where's this function? Or even better, provides functions to get all these things individually. So is done, get exit codes, get std out, output. Is done. Yeah. Good. What is left to look at? It is a refactor. It's a refactor. And not tied to this feature. Okay, let's take a look. Simulate replay list single process. Simulate replay. How about name this simulate replays with single process. style. 600 times logic. So every 10 minutes, I suggest give that condition a name with a variable to clarify that it is true every 10 minutes. Total time. Total time. What is that used for? I think total time is wrong. Which is probably also visible in his log. No? A bit confused about this one because this looks like it would. So logic frames per second is 30, right? Yeah, 30. So, and if he divides this, then he loses a precision 30, right? So it will be rounded to the lower integer. So he loses a number up to 29 at the end, right? So I wonder how this is correct. How it came to be 0, 9. Total time. Real time. Okay. So this rounds to seconds. I see. Okay, he only is concerned about the seconds. I see. I see. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Perhaps clarify in the variable names that all these times are seconds. So for example, total seconds, game seconds, real seconds, total seconds. Maybe have real seconds, current game seconds, and total game seconds. Seconds, or we just call it game seconds and total game seconds. Start time. Real time, right by 1000. Start time, MS, I would say. I suggest to clarify that these times are seconds. So real time S, game time S, total time S, or seconds. I don't know, is it better to say seconds? Real seconds. MS is pretty clear. Maybe it would be enough to just say start MS. And here we could say second, real sec, game sec, total game sec. Then here I think it would be better to say current game sec. Get tick count. Shouldn't that be a 64-bit integer? Apparently not. Get tick count. Turns diverts. to do. Some replays cause a crash inside clear game data. Crash. I think the class is called Game Engine, right? Game Engine. I suggest write functions as game logic, clear game data. I suggest create issue reports with offending replays and with repro steps and offending replays to take a cause a crash. So these workarounds hide these issues right now. How about we tackle them straight away instead of hiding them now? I suggest we tackle them straight away instead of hiding them now. Yeah. Like if we know that not doing these things here, these things would crash the game on shutdown, then we should debug the problem, right? Figure out why it crashes and fix it. Then we don't need these hacks here. Yeah, so maybe he can post the repro steps and then we can debug and then fix it. Yeah. Now I added so many comments here that I can barely read the code. File name size is larger than 1. I see. So if it's 2 or more, then there will be a summary report. I see. Probably it's better start time ms. Total start time ms. Single process. Maybe call it replace in single process. Perhaps. Multi-process. Array size. Exe path. I'm surprised that single process. Oof. Does this carry resources? Hold on. Create a copy. I suggest to do push back. I mean, push back. Back. Let's start process command. This avoids copy C++11 and avoids copy. Avoids copy. After start process. I could also use. Yeah, I would do it like that. Alternatively, can do could simplify this to just printf simulated or replace with percent the errors. This message could simplify, could merge these two messages with simulation of all replays completed with 0 errors then, right? Num errors. It's typically better to just like have one simple feedback message, right? Especially if it's not user facing, right? It simplifies the code, right? Total wall time. What does that mean? Total wall time. What does wall time mean? Smaller zero, perhaps. Perhaps use int for these integers. For all these integers. Okay, so simulate a replay is if max processes is set to -1. Why max process? Also, why would 0 be a valid? Why would 0 and 1 be a valid value for multiprocess? Should this not be at least 2 for multiprocess? Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Maybe, let me see how this is called. Maybe it's maybe minus simulate replay jobs. So I see. What is the default value? It's probably 0. -1. I see. Okay, now I understand. Smaller than. Okay, I think I understand. So -1 is a special value that says, hey, this client now processes these replays locally in this process. I see. Okay, somehow I can't find the condition where I just put the comments. Simulate replays. Then I would say worker process. Simulate replays in single process. Maybe it should be called in this process. Simulate replays in this process. And then this one should be called in child processes. Simulate replays in child processes. Yeah. Okay, so I understand. So -1 is a special value for him. Maybe it should be this -1 has special meaning. I suggest to create an enum or macro name for it. A special meaning. Has a special meaning. And then, so this one place that that checked this one here. Simulate replay jobs. Past jobs. Where is it? Here. So what I'm seeing is max processes 1 is a valid option, but then let me say here equals 1 is a valid option according to past jobs. It then spawns a child process, then spawns a single child process here. Is that intended? If yes, I suggest to add a comment. Why? I think it is useful to just test multi-process with a single job. It's a valid option. It then spawns a single child process here. Is that intended? Okay, what else can we say? And this one is good, yeah. Don't waste CPU. Fine position done. Let's see, printf. So file name position done. What is this? Integer. Why is it integer? size t should be size t. Let's say better be size t. Can be unsigned because we do not expect negative error count. Size t size t is used is formatted with %z or %zu. Erase. Processes begin. Oof. Okay. While processes size is not 0. Why is processes iterated like this? Iterated and cleared like this. Can we not go through it from begin to end and then clear it when that is done? Yeah, why does it need to do this here? That's really weird. Let me put that comment here. I don't understand. Because it waits for because if that process is not yet done, it breaks out of this loop. Okay, so it only clears stuff in order. Okay, let's see. I see. I see. Okay, and then let me delete this again. Or not processes.empty. Actually, this should be size T. Size T, I. Processes. This could be a separate static function to make this a bit tidier. This can be a separate static function. Unsigned. Can be unsigned. It's never negative. It's never negative. Can be unsigned. Max processes is that. Yeah. Max processes. I think because he has a special value there, right? That makes it searchable and easier to understand. Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of small things that can be improved here, but overall it looks like it does the right thing, so that's good. But yeah, there's a lot of small things that can be improved, and then there's this question about the headless, like why is the simulation of replay, so just like invoking the client to run a replay, why is this tied to headless, right? I think these should be separate concepts. Simulate replay is one concept and headless is another concept, and they're independent of each other. Yeah, I think I have mentioned this in one of my earlier comments. Maybe I can clarify this. Yeah. I suggest to keep headless and then be able to do reason being invoking the client to run a replay and running that replay in headless are two different concepts. It would be nice if replace can also be invoked, can also be launched with the client visible. It makes this functionality more flexible. Makes this functionality more useful for more use cases, more useful. Yeah, it's not necessary to mention that. I think it's self-explanatory. Good. Invalid number of jobs. This message reads a bit strange. Perhaps say basically it says invalid number of jobs 3, right? So maybe it should say maybe invalid number of jobs : yeah. Okay. Yeah. While not is done, break. Error. Good. Is there anything else we can say here? I think we have put an extensive amount of comments. Yeah, I think that's good enough for starters. I think we have looked at every file, right? Yeah, I think so. Well, there was one comment I added about the playback mode. Let me see. Yeah. Here. Why is this a new enum value here? Should this not be a flavor? Let's take a look at this again. Let me unview these files so I can find that thing here. Okay, so the reason is this one. Yeah. And this one. Simulation. Simulation playback is used interchangeably as in most places. Interchangeably. How about make the simulation just a flavor for playback? For example, recorder mode type records 1 playback 1 2 none 0, and then recorder mode type headless. In theory, there's also a world where a recording, would be headless. For example, if an AI was if if what are these called? Machine learning. If machine learning was used to record to play the game. Play the game and record the replays. Then for headless playback, set headless playback, combine these flags. Recorder mode flags. Again, there's also a world where recording could be headless. For example, machine learning was used to play the game and record the replays. For example, with flags and test the flags. M mode. Test the flags like M mode. Playback. And provide convenience functions to the outside. Recorder class. Is recording is playback. Is headless. Simulation playback. It is set here, simulate replay. So basically the meaning of simulation, yeah, also isn't simulation playback synonymous for M mode equals playback and the global data I think it's global data, right? Headless. M headless. Yeah, global data headless. also isn't synonymous for, perhaps is not even necessary to add this flavor in this class, because headless is already known, right? Let me take a look at this one more time. Yeah, so basically here, playback file, it would just set, we just have a playback file, and here it could just say if recorder get mode is playback and is headless, then don't go to the load screen, right? It's already queryable elsewhere. Yeah, maybe it's not necessary to add this at all, because you just combine playback with headless. That's it, right? That should be the exact same, because I assume, let me double check that. Here, simulate replay, that this guy, this function, if we can find it, I cannot find where it's called. It's called somewhere. Yeah, and wherever it's called, it will only, yeah, where is it called? I don't know. I don't know. By the way, why is the search in Chrome so limited? In Firefox, you can search for a word match and ignore case, but here in Chrome, you can. What is this bullshit? Why is this so limited? Sad. Very sad. Yeah, I don't know. It should be somewhere, but I can't see it. Somewhere it should be called, right? Yeah. Maybe I already collapsed the file that would call it. Maybe it's not even called. Let me see. Ah, here. There we go. There it is. Yeah. Simulate replay. Yeah. I mean, it only calls in here if headless is true at the moment, right? So I don't think that's necessary to have this function here at all. Yeah, I think that can be greatly simplified. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm done with this review for now. I added so many comments. I think we can remove this comment here. I think replay simulation is fine. No need to change. Yeah. Goes to the front. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. 62 comments. Jesus. Bunch of small things can be improved. Here. Overall looks solid, but I would like to see a separation between replays, command line, and headless. I would prefer to see a separation between replay, playback, and headless. If possible. Yeah, maybe I'm missing something here and it's not so easily possible, but yeah, maybe there's something I'm missing here, but I would think that this is possible. Yeah. Good. Yeah, that was quite a massive review. Yeah. Okay, cool. Milestone. Important features. Labels. Major. Debug. Enhancement. 0 hour. Debug enhancement. Major 0 hour. Okay, then let's take a look if we can look into anything else here. Let's see this here. Occult guy. It's both data and code related for vehicles. You can work around it using the GLA technicals build variation logic. Okay. Make a new upgrade for Paladin tank. I think this Paladin change is already done. Paladin. Paladin armor. Yeah, this one. The Paladin armor buff to match Crusader tank was already done with that 777. Lucky number 7. Okay. What is this? Speaker tower cannot make up its mind. It is a base defense or building. It has FS base defense, immune to capture, count for victory. If it's a base defense, it should not count towards victory. And if it's a regular building, it should be capturable. Huh. I do think it needs a range buff though. But making it not get auto-attacked by units would make it so this building would survive for a longer time. And the speaker tower should not have base defense and MP count for victory. This does not unlock tech tree, allow for production, give power, and does not give money. So nothing a normal building would do. Also removing MP count has been suggested another topic. I'm certainly on board with making it not auto-attackable, auto-attacked. Yeah. I think it's annoying that it's getting attacked. Yeah. Because typically, typically units only auto-attack units that can shoot back, right? Like if you approach a barracks, then your units don't shoot on the barracks. Because the barracks, it doesn't do anything apart from producing new units that could cause harm, right? Yeah. There's also this bug where the Stinger side shoots onto buildings, which is also annoying. That has been fixed. Yeah. I support making the propaganda tower not auto-attacked by nearby enemies. It seems really reasonable to me. Yeah. I wonder, is there any like if it's not a base defense, is there any like detriment to this? Like what happens if you make it not a base defense? I don't know. Good. Then what's the time? 1 hour 34. Felt longer. Yeah. Good. So we have looked into this one. That will I think that will make Helmut busy. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Then yeah. I think I will. I think we can merge these guys next. Unless there's a dependency. No, there's not. Let's merge these ones here next. Good. All right. Then I will take a break here. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.